Welcome once again to Octane Mobile Gaming with yours truly, iOctane. So I've played the event for a while. I should have enough coins. Well, I haven't got enough coins. I still need 2 more coins, but however, I'm just gonna craft my Master Collection card. And then craft my Ultra Rare. And from there on, we're gonna craft our Ultimate Form. Did manage to get an Ultimate Relic from the 500 Gem Vault. Didn't need to go in it, but I thought probably I could get lucky and get a Master Collection card or probably Ultra Rare, but wasn't lucky. Because what I was looking for really was to actually see if I could get the Master Collection card and Ultra Rare from the 500 Gem Vault. And then I could use my coins to craft the Dark Ultimate Form that we had for this season, because I really like that one. But however, didn't work out the way that I wanted it to, but I did manage to get a rare relic. So we're going to craft the ultimate relic as well. So I'm just collecting all my stuff from the collection. Seem to be more coins than anything in these collection nowadays. I mean, the gems are quite nice. The orbs of experience are not too bad. Apart from that, most of the stuff in the collection are not really that useful. I mean, the daily coins which we collect, don't really use them that often. Almost got 1,000, but is what is. We use what we have to get what we want. So now I'm gonna craft my ultra rare. Then we're gonna craft our ultimate form and ultimate relic. Gonna put our combination together, and then we're gonna have a look at the combinations that we got and how they stack up against the bosses. The health of the bosses are quite high, ridiculously high. So we're gonna look at that when we get there. Let me just collect these, and then we go ahead and craft our ultimate form. Here we go. 1 pink star ultimate form. And now we'll go for the ultimate relic. It's always nice to have an ultimate relic. There we go. 1 pink star ultimate relic, which is quite nice. And there we go. That's good. Now this is that's the team that I was using. This is a team that I'm gonna start using, and we're gonna see which one is more powerful, and then we're gonna go from there. So here we go. That is my clandestine clans. 1 master collection card, shiny master collection card, ultra rare, and we're gonna put this Pot of Despair on this combo. Then we're gonna just add our relics. So I'm gonna put my 4 noble relics, ultimate relic up first, then my 3 relics. So this is the rare relic, and then the 2 main relics. There they are. Still need 1 more relic after this one. I think I might put the ultimate relic for this Pot of Despair, which is Slayer relic, just to generate some skill points. There it is, and there you have it. Here it comes. That's the deck. Okay, so here we go. This is one of our combination that we will be using. This is the second combination that we will be using as well. So I've taken off the Pot of Despair from this combination, and I've added Clandestine Clan to give me the killer skill. So now I've got 900% damage coming from my Clandestine Clan. This one, all the cards on this one are noble killers, and I've got 900% coming from my Clandestine Clan, and I've got 400% coming from my Despot of Despair. Now this one depends on the length of the match. You can get quite a bit of power out this one, primarily because as your intensity increases, the number of gem that you produce increases. Granted, we've only got 4 relics, producing 5. Well, the ultimate relic gives you 6, the other ones give you 5. So that's 21 intensity generated by your relics. And you've got 5 coming from clandestine clan. Now, when it comes to Despot of Despair, it will produce a ultimate gem, which is quite good. But we're not producing quite as much killer skill points. Forgot what it's called because we haven't used it in such a long time. We tend to forget the names of stuff. But Despot of Despair actually uses skill points. The other cards uses intensity. Now the intensity will rise far faster than the skill points, but nevertheless both of them are equally important, because when we get up to 300 skill point, we'll be able to create a ultimate gem. So that's not bad, making this quite powerful. This combination as well is really powerful. It's powerful in the sense where you've got Circuit Break Ilaria, which is gonna give you quite a bang for your buck. So it will increase Arcane Killer intensity by 200%, plus an additional 10% for every 20 Arcane Killer intensity, up to a maximum of 565%. That's where it caps. But you will get, it will be times 10 if you've got 8 Firepower Gem 1s or higher on the board, which we will definitely be creating. So this card is really good. You can double up on this card to get more power, or you can use one. Depends on what you want anyway, what you're looking for. Because at certain point it balances out itself, where the boost that you're getting is not really helping you, because you're not producing enough power gems to actually take advantage of the boost. So I'm using just one at this moment, but I can go for 2. Okay, so this one is my relatively cheap deck. Cheap in the sense where we're running 2 of the main card, or the event card, depends what you want to call it. Powered by Despot of Despair, which is a ultimate form, which you can get the Master Collection or the Ultra Rare from the Proving Ground store. And I'm running 2 of the support cards. Now this one is not as powerful as its 2 counterpart, but it is something that you can use to go through the event and finish the collection. Now, speaking about the event, we're gonna go straight in and we're gonna have a look at some of the bosses. Now, the health on some of these bosses are absolutely ridiculous. I thought the command event was really bad, but the health on some of these bosses are now at 100 and level 136. You can see what the health on this boss is. Imagine when it gets up for 350. At 350, this will be absolutely ridiculous when it comes to health. Now we're gonna take a crack at this one. Okay, and first up we're gonna use this deck. Now this one, as you can see, it hasn't got a dispel for Fear, but we're not too worried about Fear. We can play around Fear. So Fear is not really a generally bad buff. So we're not really interested in dispelling Fear, nor are we really interested in breaking most of the shields. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use 3 keys. Now my aim is to get my intensity as high as possible to create as much power gems as possible, and to aid me in getting as much boost as possible from Circuit Breaker area. So here we go. So as you can see on the board, we got quite a bit of shield on the board. We got 4 shields on the board. We're gonna allow those to drop to the bottoms, to the bottom of the screen, allowing me to stop 4 of my columns from actually crushing gems. So now we can see we've been hit by fear. We're gonna lose some of our battle skill, but we don't. That's neither here nor there. I kind of like fear, because what will happen is, as you can see, circuit break Hilaria is now ready within 3 turns. She's got a 6-turn cooldown, but fear kind of counters that in a way, which I actually like. I actually like that bit in fear. I think it's not really meant to happen that way, but network doesn't really know about it yet, and I don't want them to actually fix it. So fear is actually helping us rather than becoming a problem. Now our deck creates power gems every turn, so we can actually power up our battle skill every turn. So our battle skill is ready again, and as I can see, I didn't have to wait 6 turns for Circuit Break Hilaria to be ready again because of fear. So every time she's hit by fear, whenever our battle skill is powered up, she's ready. So it makes the deck quite quick. So I actually enjoy fear. I don't want to dispel fear. I'm actually enjoying playing with the fear. So now all we have to do is pop all our cards. Okay, we're gonna get hit by fear before we can pop all our cards. We're gonna get hit this turn. Hilaria isn't ready. Okay, so we'll pop all our battle skill again. And we are almost up to 400 intensity. And once we get up to 400 intensity, that's where the fun begins. But it takes a while to get up to 400 intensity because we're not generating like 50 or 60 intensity. So you can see the damage on the deck is quite high. 43 trillion for the brawlers, which is not really bad. We've powered up our battle skill. Okay, we've lost them again. Power them up again. Okay, so we've run out of time. So as you can see, all my battle skills already. So the maximum damage I was able to do with this deck, the ultimate form on its own was able to do 275 trillion damage. And both the Master Collection cards were able to do 146 trillion damage. Now that's a power on this particular combination. So this particular combination is quite powerful. However, you keep running out of time and you do use a lot of keys, and keys are very hard to come by. So the more of your solo boss keys you use, the less guild boss keys you get. So if I use say 9 keys on this boss, I'm only gonna get 3 keys for the guild boss. When you fight a guild boss with 3 keys, you are even 1 key. If you use 1 key and 3 guild bosses, you're only gonna get about 3 keys. And you've already used 9 keys to kill this boss. So you can see the problem with keys. So you're not getting enough keys to actually take these bosses out. So our key level is quite low. So at the moment, I've got 49 solo boss keys and 11 guild boss keys, which is pretty poor considering you have to use so much keys to take out these bosses because the health are so high. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use the next combo that we've got with Despot of Despair and the current deck. So this one is a combination with 2 Master Collection cards, 1 Ultra Rare, the Ultimate Form, Clandestine, Clan, and Despot of Despair. And we're going to see what we'll get on with this one. We're going to see if we can actually get it up to maximum frost. So that means getting the maximum damage output out of this deck. We shouldn't really be hit by fear. Well, you have a chance of getting hit by fear if you don't dispel it, but fear isn't really an issue too much with this particular combination. So straight away my battle skills are powered up, and I'm gonna go ahead and activate all my battle skills. And as you can see, I'm breaking most of the shields with this particular combination because obviously I'm using 4 noble relics. I have to use 4 noble relics anyway to generate the intensity to try and get my cards to produce as much power gems as possible. So the more power gems I create, the more possibility there is of creating a level 15 power gem. So it depends on the amount of gems that you crush. You create a higher level of power gem, but you have to crush so much power gem 5s to create a power gem 15. But when you get a power gem 15 on the board, trust me, you get a real bang for your buck. But they're very difficult. So 14 trillion, 18 trillion so far for clandestine clan. Here we don't produce any gems. We just produce the power gems from our main attack. So the skill points aren't gonna really go up as quick as we would like, because you only create skill points each time you attack. Okay, so here we go. Playing a bit slow, but the deck is relative. It isn't really as fast as I would like it to be. It's quite slow, and we do run out of time. There we go, we're out of time, and we didn't do as much damage as we done with the previous deck. This one can be really powerful, but you need the time to generate the intensity to create the power gems. Now, creating one extra power gem takes you 200 noble intensity. That takes a long time. To get up to 1,000 intensity to create 5 extra power gem per cards is going to take a very long time. So the deck is really, really slow. It can be a very powerful deck if you've got the time, but it's really, really, really slow. Now the last combination that I've got will not be able to take out a boss like this. So I'm going to use 3 keys anyway, and I'm going to show you what it's capable of doing. So if you haven't got anything else, this is a combination that you could use. There is quite a few combinations that you can use. What you need to do is just play around with your cards, depending on the cards that you've got. If you've got cards that can give you a boost, you can use it. You can use probably, using an off affinity deck probably won't be very powerful, but it can help. It can help you to actually complete the collection, because completing the collection is not relatively important at this stage, because it's a final event anyway. All those coins are gonna do is be converted to loyalty points, which if you want the loyalty points, you can go ahead, but loyalty points doesn't really add up to much, because there's not much in the loyalty store anyway. It's not much to purchase from the loyalty store, like a lot of stuff within this game is, if it's free, it isn't of much use. So the collection that we get at the moment, apart from probably say the orbs of experience, the season coins, there's not really much within the collection itself to really collect. There's nothing really to celebrate about. So we can keep playing, but as you can see, this deck is not really generating a lot of power. So a cheap deck within the event at the moment is not really going to do much. So the game is changing once again. It has changed. It has changed since December, and it is changing again. And the bosses are getting powerful, and we have seen it before the introduction of 3.0. The bosses were becoming very strong, and then 3.0 was introduced, and the bosses got stronger and stronger. Then it balanced out itself, and with the introduction of the new type of cards, the bosses are not getting stronger and stronger. So some of the decks that we've got, which are really powerful, are not really able to take on the bosses in say one go. You need 4 or 5 goes to take down the bosses. So I'm expecting we're gonna get the introduction of new cards with new skills, because of Gem Crush. Gem Crush can become a powerful ally, but it can also be very counterproductive as well. You just have to find ways of using Gem Crush to your advantage. Part of the way that I find to use Gem Crush to my advantage is not breaking all the shields. Leave at least 3 to 4 shields on the board, drop them to the bottom of the screen, so 4 of your columns won't be crushed, so those columns will be filled out with power gems. You can basically crush tree lines where you can create more powerful gems in those tree lines, swap them, match your gems, and you can create a bigger bang for your buck. But crunching all of your gems, I find it some of the time very counterproductive. Now, those are 3 of the possible decks that you can actually create. But I don't want to make this video very long, going through deck after deck after deck and seeing the deck that works and deck that don't work. I'm giving you 2 decks which are quite powerful. You've got the main deck, which is the current deck, and then you've got the second deck, which is really powerful as well. As I said, this one is something that can be used, but it isn't really powerful. This one, it can be really powerful. This one, we know definitely is really powerful. You can use 2 circuit breaker here, as I said. You can use 1, depends on what you've got. If you haven't got the current ultimate form, clandestine clans, you can put Despot of Despair. However, you won't get 900% killer bonus. You will get 400 killer bonus, which is something anyway, because 400% is better than nothing. So there you go. Those are the decks that I've got for you. Hopefully these help you to create a more powerful deck, help you to do well in the event. If you like the information that you've got, leave a like on the video. Subscribe for those of you who haven't subscribed. Leave a comment below. If you have any questions you can ask, just leave the questions in the comment section below, or anything you would like to know. If I don't know it, I'll find out about it. If I know, I'll pass the information on. So that's it for today, guys. Like, subscribe, and as always, is acting in peace. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.